Hey everybody, it's Tanner from MrCreateCrazy.com, and we're making a cool gift certificate card. And the reason why I say that is because it will fit a gift certificate. Normal size gift certificate. It's pretty good because it's a 6x4 card. So the dimensions for when you cut it, it's going to be 8x6, and then you go fold it, bone fold it. My favorite bone folder is from Recollections. This one right here. And it will make it a 4x6. And then your layer for it will be 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we still have this nice green on here as well. So that's really cool. So next step is, after I use some really cool paper from what company is this? I have a blank here on the company name. It's Canvas Corp. There we go. It came out of my mouth finally. And then I'm just going to use some twine from either the Twinery or Divine Twine. I don't know for sure. And all I do is wheel some out, and then I just design with the twine. So what I mean by design is I just give it a cool little. Sometimes I do a twirl, sometimes I do this. It just really depends on what kind of mood I'm in to do. And then you just tape it down on the back here. And you can cut it. Oh, I tape it down right here. I'm taping random parts. Okay, so now a lot of it's taped down. So here's the front, and then here's the back. And then we just cut it, just as you see here. And then you can twirl this twine up. This is how I store my twine. I think the people that put them in the sugar things, I just put a piece of tape right there. Really super cool and simple. So next we're going to use some HEG gun, or HEG, and we're going to put it down right like this. And it's really easy to make this really cool effect with twine. I really like doing it, and it gives the card just something different than ribbon can ever do, in my opinion. So now that it just goes down like this, we're going to have this really cool image from our Gus stamp set right here. And we're going to use the Gus stamp set, and we're going to use a sentiment from the Razzle stamp set, and we're going to just use the sentiment that says, "You had me at Wolf." And if you all aren't familiar with what my stamps look like when you're stamping them, this is what they look like. No, they are not yellowed. That is how they're supposed to look, because they're Peachy King stamps. So that's really cool. And what we're going to do to this is, I felt like I didn't want to layer it with the same green, because I felt that would be too much green. So I decided to get a Stampin' Up! Ink pad. And this is the Pear, I don't really know. This one right here. And we're going to ink around the edges with it. So it's really simple. And inking around the edges is something else you can do to get a good look. And I know people use sponges that they do makeup with. If you have those, I heard those work really well. But I just buy them from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, you know, just a craft store. And it's really easy to do. And if you don't have these, you can use the Tim Holtz ones. But I find these little finger ones, the little daubers, are just a little bit easier to have and to keep up with. I have a little collection going on. So that's sort of part of my addiction. And then I have some You Cut It foam by Megan Elizabeth, and you get this big 4x4 sheet, but I use this stuff a lot, so I'm going to go cut some of it off just to use. How easy was that? Just to use on the back of here, and put it down, and ta-da. And I was thinking we should do some stitching around the green. I don't know if it's big enough, but we might see. We might will. I don't know. So then I have all these little die cuts from Emma at My Creative Time, and I cut out one of her curly label dies a long time ago. And it's the same exact green. So I don't know if I want to try that effect. How about we stamp it and see what it does? Let's stamp it in this nice green color. This is from a Stampin' Up! Ink pad. And I never find that their stamp pads are juicy enough. So we'll see. Here's our little thing. I'm trying a new camera, so bear with me. You Had Me at Wolf. And that stamps really well, but I think if we turn it over, we can stamp it with a nice rich black. You know my favorite black, Archival. And we can ink it up right here. And just stamp. You Had Me at Wolf. So I think that goes with it a lot better. I don't know. I have an idea. This is something I do quite a bit with Emma stamps or dies. Is I cut this part off like that, and then I cut the top off. Well, normally it's a smaller stamp, so it's a little bit easier to do. But now Emma stamp gives you this really cool effect. Ta-da! So you have a little. It's a little weird, but I think it's cool. So that's what I like to do. So Emma's dies have so many uses, and we can just put this down right here. We can use some more of the You Cut It foam, because the You Cut It foam, you can just cut it to whatever size you need. You know, I used a big piece for the dog, and I'm using a smaller piece for the sentiment. So that's really cool. And then you can add whatever you want down to the bottom. But here's our card for today, and I hope you enjoyed. And I just colored the dog with some nice Copic markers, if you all were wondering. And I hope you all have a great day. And thanks for watching Mr. Crazy. See you back next time. Bye for now.